everybody. My name is Kazm Vulfhart, aka King Kazm, whatever you want to call me, and welcome back to Pokémon Blue Nuzlocke. We are going to look at something real quick. I should have opened this up before, but I'm stupid. I am, how you say, a stupido! So I had to temporarily turn off my mouse because it tends to be a problem child whenever I am doing stuff like this. I use a Bluetooth mouse because it's just easier to operate. No, Gummy is the one with surf. We're also checking something because I can't remember how this operates. But we'll find out. Pokemon League Champion is the only one allowed. Got it. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Okay, Viridian City. On the road to Viridian City. I don't know why that song always gets stuck in my head every time I say that. It is such a classic Pokemon song. I'll be honest, I miss the old anime. I have boned myself. I have boned myself accidentally. Although, now that I think about it, I should probably drop off some items because I'm going to be getting a lot of items here soon. But I remember watching the old anime every Saturday. On, what was it? W4 Kids or something like that? I remember also Cartoon Network at one point had it on. No, this is not what I want. I want this. Actually, not just Cartoon Network, what don't I need? Don't need the coin case right now. Oh, this is gonna be a hassle. Don't need you. I'll figure out what you guys are later. And do some, like, finagling off screen. Escape ropes, just in case. I'll be honest, I don't need the bicycle anymore. Nope, keep those. Keep the healing items. It's about what we need. I need to buy... I actually legitimately need to buy healing items. And I realize... I think... Hang on, let me double check. You don't change. No, you don't. Crap. Okay, so I need to go... I have an H in the middle of my back. Give me a second. One moment. I'm back. Sorry. But, brain stopped working. I don't think I have to worry too much about status effects. And I'll get 30 hyper potions just to be safe. In this game, the marts don't upgrade as you get badges. You have to go to specific towns for specific things. But yeah, I remember watching the anime on 4Kids and stuff like that. Warner Brothers 4Kids. and it was so fun to watch it. I think I still own one or two VHSs. I think actually they might be like one of them might actually be the Tentacruel episode, which I find mildly funny. Not the episode, not what happens in the episode, but like the history behind the episode. But I also remember. Actually, to be honest, Saturday morning cartoons don't really have the same oomph they used to have. Which is fair, because I'm older, obviously. I still watch cartoons, but, like, they're not going to be the same as what I grew up with, but, like... It's sad because... And this is just my bias, I would assume it's just my bias. The kids nowadays aren't going to be able to see, like... well, with copyright restrictions, the statement's still technically true. Okay, we're in here, and I need to go take care of... Oh, hey, the thing is still down. That's cool. That's cool, I like that. I'm grateful I don't have to deal with it. Geodude. Dudo Geo! But, kids nowadays don't really get to see all that stuff. Although, I will say, Cartoon Network has started showing, its older shows, like Ed, Edd n Eddy and that stuff, recently around, like, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 5 or 6 p.m. And I'm grateful for it because I get to watch those and just, like, remember how I felt about them. Shows like Ed, Edd n Eddy are so... There's so little creativity in a lot of the shows nowadays. Like, here lately I've noticed some shows have been getting more creative. Not all of them. But I think what part of the issue is that bigwig executives don't think animations... They don't take animation seriously, which is stupid. And you can argue so many things about it, like, oh, it's too expensive, or takes too much time, and, like, you're right. It does take a lot of time. But then again, so did painting the Sistine Chapel. Am I comparing, I'm gonna make this easier on myself. Who do I want to use this on? I'm gonna use it on ice cream just to speed up things. In the long run, it might have been better to use it on jerky, but... Ice cream just got a level up, so... But when you look at anime... Okay, so, like, a big example is... You look at Wish, the movie Wish that Disney put out. And a lot of people don't like the way it's animated. It's not exactly bad animation per se, but it's not good animation at all. Then you get fan-animated stuff like Monkey Wrench on YouTube. Yeah, that has a team behind it, but it's mostly... I don't want to deal with you. Every 2 steps I'm running into things, and it's really annoying. But, like, fan animations like Monkey Wrench, as much as a lot of people don't like it, Has Been Hotel, Hell of a Boss. A lot of people like Hell of a Boss more than Has Been Hotel, but then again, Has Been Hotel, when released on Amazon, had way too much happening way too quickly. Like, the pacing was just way off. Doesn't necessarily make it bad, but it does take away a lot of impact of a lot of things. I should leave and get freaking max repels or something, because holy crap, this is annoying. I'm gonna leave heal and buy max repels. I shouldn't leave and heal so often, but it's so annoying. Okay, let me get out of here. I'll go heal. I forgot strength was active and I almost had a panic attack. Why is Saffron the last place I fly to? Why wouldn't that be like the 6th or 7th? No, 6th or 7th. Gym. I guess that's why, because it's a gym. No, because I fly to Cinnabar second to last. I think I just gave myself a headache. Oh my goodness. But like animation, while it does take time and it does take a lot of practice, creativity, all that stuff, it is something that is worth investing in the long run, because well, okay, like in my perspective, the animation style for shows like Ed, Edd and Eddy, Cow and Chicken, Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Laboratory, it's simplistic, but it still holds up. It's still good. Then you got shows like, I'm trying to think of a bad one. I'm kind of the guy that shuts my brain off and finds entertainment in most any form of medium. Wish, I guess I'll still stick with Wish. I don't know if a lot, like, I didn't mind it, but I don't know if a lot of people fully liked the watercolor effect. I can't remember exactly what I read, but I read somewhere that, like, there was a step that they should have taken that they didn't, and that's why it didn't look as best as it could. Granted, Wish had a lot of issues. They were more focused on jamming in as many references as possible to the Disney franchise, than creating a proper story, proper cohesive story. Nemona's actually a... I wanted to use the repels. Oh, you know what? Actually, a good one. A good example that I can give is, if y'all have ever seen the first Ice Age movie, the first Ice Age movie added... It was a mixed combination because it was early 3D animation. Yeah, we'll just use Razor Leaf. 2 levels higher than us? Holy crap. Well, that was a crit. And you can't poison me. I should switch, but I know it knows poison powder now, so that's a problem. I'm just gonna keep trying to crit it. I think it only knows certain moves. I know for a fact that a lot of the Pokemon trainers don't have full movesets. Especially some of the, like, late game guys. Like, it's just using poison powder. If it had other moves, it would damage me with them. But with the early Ice Age, the animation is not the best. You know what? I literally just saying. I'll continue with my thought. So the early animation isn't bad, but it's definitely not the best that it could be. I still find it somewhat entertaining to watch. I know other people do too. But when you look at the humans in it, it just looks so off. Like, it's that uncanny valley level of, like, weird. But going off of that, if you look a few movies down to Buck's Wild Adventure, I think it was the thing that was sent straight to streaming, I think. That it has notoriously bad animation styles. Like, its animation is very bad. And that's what leads to a lot of people falling out of, you know, what could be their favorite series or something like that. And that kind of animation drop, because it went from really good animation on Collision Course to horrendous animation, basically because the budget was cut for the animation. Well, probably for the whole movie, to be honest. But that, like, disappoints. That's so disappointing because, like, Ice Age wasn't the best series, but it was definitely entertaining. It was a good series. Haha, you're dead. Like, it's by far one of my favorite animations from the aughts. Like, it's one of the movies that helped me like DreamWorks. No, that was Blue Sky thing. Let me use this Max Ether on Sandwich's Razor Leaf. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed right, so I need to get Sandwich up to level 42 or something. I wish I could catch it, but I can't. I know it's winking, but it looks like it had like a stroke or something and it's missing its pupil. A stroke or it's missing its pupil. But in regards to animation, it's so irritating when a big brand company, like, I guess the best example is quite literally Sony. Is it Sony? Sony did great with Into the Spider-Verse and stuff like that. But then you get movies like oh wow, why am I drawing a blank on movies? I watch so many movies. Why am I drawing a blank? It's because I haven't watched movies recently, that's why. Have I talked about the Velma fiasco? I think I did, but I can't remember. And quite frankly, I kind of want to talk about it. I think I did, because I think I vaguely remember talking about how I don't like Mindy Kaling. But I think I'll use that as an example. I'll use that as a slight example. So, what I'm trying to get at is that the issue with animation nowadays, on TV shows, on streaming networks, on channels on TV, the issue isn't really so much that it's the writers and stuff, because sometimes it is the writers. Mindy Kaling is a good example where she has no talent whatsoever. In my opinion, she has no talent. Some people do like her. I feel sorry for those people, but like, no, Mindy Kaling's not a good person, not a good actress. I gave her character in the Monsters, Inc. TV show a fair shot. It wasn't bad, but no, I won't watch that series over again. Mainly because it kind of felt like they can't... It feels like they can't continue on from where they left off. Like, it feels like a one-shot series. That's literally it. Moving on. That is a bird. That is a bird. But we won't worry about it today. Or really, any day of the week. What team is this? But part of the issue that, like, Mega Kick, okay. Part of the issue that lies with, like, TV shows and animated series. Where the fuck is the boulder for this one? Oh, I remember. I have to push it down. Okay. I was looking at the map like, where's the boulder? And it's like, no, it's not really the boulder's issue. I just have to drop it from above. But what are you using? Things I don't want to deal with. Shit. You've got... I have too many examples to use, but I'm just going to basically preface it with this. Like, you've got big-name actors and sometimes really good story writers and stuff like that. And that's where 80% of the movie budget goes. Like, it doesn't go... Like, I'm not saying it's going to... horrible stuff. But, like... when your budget's going to pay... for a name... as opposed to the movie itself, it's not a good... it's not gonna end well. Like... what do I want to say? Sorry, Jurassic Park 2 is on my TV, so I'm, like, slightly distracted. Okay, I'll stop trying to lead up to it and just say what the issue is. Or what the issues are. The issues are that the big-name companies, the head honchos, the bigwigs, all the people who make those decisions, they're stupid. They think that you're gonna watch a movie, which some people are, and that's fine, are gonna watch a movie because it has a name to it. A name connected to it. Whether that name be an actor, a franchise, sometimes a company. And it's infuriating because we've reached a point where, like, oh, what are we gonna, like, literally, what can we do? Because there are so many people on this planet that watch movies and watch TV series and stuff like that. They can't exactly just completely... Well, they can, but they can't. It's complex. I'm gonna switch out and put Gummy up front. And I might have to pour it out again. And heal. But, like, it's difficult for a lot of people. Ew, submission. It's difficult for a lot of people to just up and stop using whatever they are using for their entertainment. Because that's just how we as humans are. It's not a bad thing. I mean, it is kind of a bad thing, but it's not like horrendously bad. It's just like, we probably shouldn't do this. You know, like drinking soda. It's bad, but it's not like bad. But people can't, like, boycott. Like, we can try to boycott big name companies and stuff like that. But the issue is that they're so prevalent now that it almost does nothing. I say almost because there are things we can do if we just stick to what it is. I need to activate another max repel. I'm 10. It doesn't help that thing looks like a lollipop. But yeah, like, it's hard to... It's hard to punish companies for shit like this, where, like, they'll release horrible movies and stuff like that. And it kind of gets worse when you really think about, like, Disneyland, for an example. Well, not Disneyland, but, like, Disney itself. So, for those of you that don't know, during COVID, Disneyland was shut down, which is obvious. It's COVID, everything's shut down, everything's locked down. You do not want to be anywhere with any people, you just want to be at home and stay safe. A lot of people stayed home and stayed safe. So Disneyland, which was one of Disney's biggest sources of income, basically lost a lot of money. Now, rather than kind of just accepting the losses, they kind of had to make pay cuts and stuff like that, which in my opinion is absolutely, like, dog shit stupid. Like, if you're a big name CEO of a big name company, take the loss. Don't screw other people over just because you're not getting your second condo's payment. I've made this joke way too many times. Well, actually, for me, it's not a joke, but, like, I've done this bit way too many times. In this past month alone. Wait, it's a new month. Never mind. I get a fresh start to do it. Yay! But because they lost so much money, one of the best series on their channel alone got cut. There were, okay, so, like, I'm gonna sound like an asshole here. In my opinion, I think the show was also cut because the, person in charge of Disney at the time was a freaking bigot who didn't like the LGBT community. And just... or I guess I should say LGBTQA+. Keep in mind, I grew up in the 90s, so it wasn't until like a few years ago where it became LGBTQA+, so I'm still trying to adjust to that and get that nomenclature in my vocabulary. But I believe it was cut because he was a bigot and he saw that there was representation in the show, so he cut the funding because he's a dick. Well, him and shareholders, because let's face it, most shareholders are assholes. I said most. Okay, now why did it reset like that? Like, it didn't reset the last time. I guess there's a number of screen changes I can do before it actually does change. But for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about the great show called The Owl House. The Owl House was arguably Disney Channel's best performing show. Period. Like, its season 1 did very well with fan bases all over the planet, basically. Then they basically cut the funding because of COVID, because COVID hit, and they lost money from movie sales, the park sales, and I actually think that some of their streaming services got hit too because of the fact that certain people couldn't work as often as they could have, or they were usually able to, so they couldn't afford the Disney Plus fees, and thus they lost money on that as well. Now, I would argue... Now, the reason I say, like, oh, the guy's a bigot, and that's why I got cut, is because I looked at all the other shows... Sorry, I'm pulling up the map. This one's bad. This is a bad puzzle. Not like a bad made puzzle, but like, oh boy, am I gonna hate myself. But I looked at a bunch of the other shows that were cut at the time. And I say cut, but I say it in quotation marks. And from what I saw, the only one that actually got hit was The Owl House, because it got... From what I'm remembering, because it has been a bit, it got its budget cut shortly after Season 2 started. Or maybe it was... It might have been midway through Season 1, actually, now that I think about it. Regardless, it got its budget cut and was basically canceled. But they basically allowed the show creator, Dana Terrace, I believe it was Dana Terrace. Bear with me, my memory's kind of been shitty lately. No! This one's immediately getting sold. They basically made it so that Dana Terrace would have to, for lack of a better term, settle for like a 3-part season 3. And this is why I say he was a bigot, because this 3-part season I don't have good answers for you, actually, now that I think about it. I didn't get a single crit there, holy crap. Please die. Not my oregano. Stop hitting me! Holy crap, I hated that. But Dana Terrace had to settle for Cloister. A very short season 3. Her and her team had to cut a lot of things out of the series. It was just a horrible time. But it was the only show that was hit that I saw. Period. Like the only show that I saw that was hit. And keep in mind, I don't really watch their live action shows and stuff like that. But, like, that's highly suspicious that the show with a lot of representation, like a lot of representation actually, got its seasons cut. Like, y'all see what I'm saying here. And that's why I don't think, like, that's why I feel like head honchos shouldn't be making decisions like that without, like, a full company-wide acceptance. Or a full company-wide vote. Because that made so many people angry with Disney. And I don't really blame the people who got angry with Disney because they deserve it. Like, Disney needs to get their heads out of their asses. But I've rambled on long enough and talked your guys' ears off long enough. I'm going to call it here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That way you can see more content like this in the future. And if you're coming back on the regular and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It's free. It helps out a ton and I'm greatly appreciative. And if you could share this video with your friends, your family, your favorite group of animators, I'd appreciate that as well. And as always, I will see you as we continue our adventures in Pokemon Blue Nuzlocke. Bye-bye!